Justin Fever here. I heard about the leaked transcripts from the OceanGate submersible to the surface ship over the past few days ago. I just want to make a follow-up on it, basically because of how I've been following the story. I won't lie, I've already more or less heard or reacted to someone else's reaction on the transcripts, so I already more or less know what it is, but I still want to go through with it and really take it in and try to empathize with what the crew went through as they descended to see the most famous shipwreck in the world, the Titanic. I'm feeling somber because this is as real as it gets, other than being inside that submersible. This is the closest thing we can get to anything other than being on that sub. So if anyone's looking for the shouting and everything, I don't know if it's going to end up to that, because I'm feeling very somber doing this, because it's real and it's sad. So let's proceed. Okay, so I'm assuming it's 7:52 a.m. sometime, 34 seconds in, I guess. 7:52. Okay, it says top clear for descent. Enjoy the rise. Okay, sub descending now. About 2 minutes later. Okay, 4 minutes after that, sub launch sequence complete. RDY. Top all clear. So it looks like it's all 1 or 2 minute intervals here we're seeing between this first line of transcripts here. Sub proceeding. Okay. Top, enjoy the dive, gentlemen. Okay. Nearly 8:20. Top, you're 15 minutes into the dive. Current depth. Systems check, please. 8:21. Sub, systems check complete, all in order. All lights are green. We are 7:56. Proceeding. Top, thank you. Proceed. 30 minutes in. Update, please. From top. Sub, all systems are functioning normally. We are in good shape, continuing our descent as planned. So everything's going swimmingly until it doesn't, and I guess that's how implosions usually work. But we'll get to that later. What's going to happen here? It's going to get really scary really fast here, pretty soon. .36 tops. Superb, proceed. Over 45-minute mark. Top again. Current depth, confirmed status. Sub, depth at 1934. All systems stable and descent continuing as planned. Happy crew. They're all having a good time. They're all excited. I bet, even though that kid was terrified, I bet he's enjoying the ride so far, now that he's down there and he's feeling safe. And that's about to change very quickly.
Okay.
Top, excellent.
Can I give you a warning enough when I came
Okay,
back?
about 8 minutes later. Top. You're at the hour mark. Sub, all is smooth sailing here. Kind of get an Edmund Fitzgerald vibe here. side to that. The last transmissions from the Edmund Fitzgerald was we are holding our own, going through that storm. So I'm kind of getting some flashbacks with the Edmund Fitzgerald with that. Of course, we're going to get more transcripts from the sub, but just a little note I wanted to point out when it came to the Edmund Fitzgerald sinking. (9:15) top. You're at 75 minutes. Depth, status, do you need to adjust velocity? 9:17:50 sub. All under control at 29:60. No adjustments needed. We're enjoying the ride. See, everything's going swimmingly so far. And they're getting closer and closer to the ship, and I bet they're getting more and more comfortable as they dive. You would think, right? Okay, top, understood. Sub, we're noting an alarm from the RTM. Oh boy, here we go. So about a 10-minute difference between that when they start seeing things are going awry. And they're the first ones to call up to the top here, if I'm reading this correctly. Because they're starting to experience trouble at the 9:28 mark. Okay, sub, reducing velocity, descent, depth, 34:33. I'm assuming that's meters. I don't know for certain, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. 34:33 meters. Okay, top, understood. Do you need to ascend? So they're asking if they're ready to bug out, and yeah, I guess this has happened a few times with the OceanGate Submersible. They've had to bug out at times, but under less stressful or less troubling circumstances, I believe. (9:30) sub. No change with thrust. The rate of descent is increasing at 35. Going to release the ballast now. Stand by. So, all right. So at this point, I'm assuming Stockton's all right. He's bugging out because he's really starting to see some real issues here with the noise. Okay. 9:30:55 top. Yes, agree. Release the ballast. All right, so they're looking to come up now. 9:32:12. No improvement. Sub. I'm sorry. Sub. Sub. No improvement. Preparing to jettison the frame. So they jettison the frame. And I'm assuming, yeah, and the frame was in perfectly good condition too when they found it in the wreckage or the debris field, I believe. Top, affirmative. Update when able. RTM indicator status. Sub, frame jettison, multiple attempts needed, but starting to ascend now. So they're having real trouble just trying to get this thing to surface. And I don't know if anyone can correct me if they've read any more stories on this. Is this always a standard thing that happens with these submersibles when they do a bug out? Do they have these slow ascents up, or is something really going wrong here that would lead to what's going to happen, unfortunately, for everybody on board? Okay, 9:36 top. Multiple attempts. What is your status? RTM indicators. Depth. Top. Update please when able. Oh man. Sub. Crackling sound at aft. Oh Lord. If there wasn't fear and anxiety right now with the 5 passengers on this sub, then there is. There definitely is at this point. So everyone's realizing they're in real danger here, I think, at this point, because they've pretty much done everything they can, right? They release the ballast and they release the frame, right? I don't know what else they could, do to resurface or do a emergency resurfacing, but yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. In the message here, crackling sound at aft. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. Can you identify source RTM indicators status from the top? Sub, negative. Top, RTM status. Sub, trying to run diagnostics. Ascending now, but very slow. Sounds have subsided. Global RTM alert active, all red. That doesn't sound good. All red. So for all we know, inside the Titan, you have these alarms going off, blaring or whatever, possibly. And you can anyone can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but you can, that's what I'm assuming, at least. So just the anxiety and the terror of just the hopelessness right now of just only thing you can do is just rise and hope you get to the surface, and it doesn't happen for the crew of the Titan. Top, understood. Any codes, depth, ascent rate. Jeez, what a nightmare. 943, top, updates when able, please. 943.42, sub, slow ascent in progress, quarter predicted, unclear, Y rate is small. No indicator at 3476, aiming for the surface. So Stockton right now, he knows there's some problems, and he's shocked how he released the ballast and he released the frame, and they're ascending slowly. So what that makes me, if that hasn't happened before, my best guess is whatever cracked leaked and the sub became heavier, so it's not rising to the rate where you would want to be at in an emergency situation. I guess any emergency situation is going to be bad, and no matter how fast you ascend, but that's where we're at here. Okay, 944, top. We are taking it over with the engineer. Stand by. I'm sorry, we are talking it over with the engineer. Stand by. Top. Depth and status, please. What is the wattage on upwards thrust? 946, sub. Reading red on a power bus. I switched to B at 3457 meters. More sounds aft. Oh, jeez. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. Okay, 947, top, understood. Continue ascent Talking to Carlos about power bus situation right now. Stand by. We are activating recovery procedures. Carlos is requesting wattage output from bus B. Status update please. Velocity of ascent. 950. We are not receiving you. Update please. They're gone. They're gone. (951) top status and depth report. Top. We need you to respond with status and depth. Carlos is requesting wattage update on thrusters. Top. 955. We are unable to read you. We are moving to recovery coordinates. Report if you read. 957. Top. Please respond if you are able. And here's the implosion video that was released. So, yeah, that's it. Very haunting and chilling to know that they were down there, and it wasn't an instant thing, and I don't think anybody was thinking it was just an instant thing, because there would be some safety protocols on it and safety measures and alarms. So just putting myself into their shoes, any one of the 5 on that thing, the Titan, it's hard to fathom how hopeless and fearful you are, and to have the worst come to pass. Because every second you're ascending and stuff, every second you're hopeful that everything's going to be okay, despite how much terror you're feeling, and just hearing noises, cracking noises, and then it all ends in a quicker than a blink of an eye, and you're no longer human. You're just human paste. You're human, whatever you are. You're not even, you're hardly even flesh or bone or blood at that point. You're just done. But just to think that the terror and what was going on in the sub, and I can only imagine if there was panic. I'm assuming there wasn't. I think Stockton was, despite my criticisms of Stockton, I think Stockton was doing everything he could to keep everyone calm. I still criticize him for doing what he did, of course, for obvious reasons. It's a tragedy. It's nothing but a horrific tragedy, and a very preventable tragedy. The 19-year-old kid, just want to say I'm sorry that you were let down by a greedy, desperate, cavalier, and arrogant man who thought way too much into his own creation and never wanted to follow the procedures or the certificates that needed to pass. Just guess what we can learn from this is whatever has been learned, and all the safety features that have been worked out with any type of exploration vehicle, submersible, spaceship, whatever it is, don't cut corners. If If it doesn't work, if it works, don't break it. Just build on that. Build on that solid foundation that's been wisely and greatly improved over the decades. And I have no problem with Stockton using a submersible sub that's made out of carbon fiber. My problem is taking people down there and telling them they're safe when it's all experimental. All of it's experimental. If anything, drone control that thing, do 50, 60, 70, 100 dives. I don't care. And if you're a private company and you're trying to make a profit while diving someone down there, then raise grants and for these type of experimental submersibles. And maybe we will have other implosions, but drone implosions, and that's better to have that happen, obviously, than diving 2 miles under the ocean in an unproven sub that just took the lives of 5 people, including its arrogant and selfish and impulsive creator and CEO. Alright, Justin Fever out. That's all I got for this. I'm not sure what other things that will come out about the sub. I'm sure the investigation will reveal exactly what's happened in this whole transcripts. All the transcripts will be used as evidence to further the investigation as well. Cracking in the aft. So everyone have a good day and keep safe and always enjoy and appreciate life every single day you have it, because you never know when it'll all end. Alright, Justin Fever out. Talk to you guys later. Bye.